The Dow is down, wow, close to 100 points right now. It is on pace to snap a 4-day winning streak. The S&P 500 and NASDAQ are both in jeopardy, as well of posting a 7th day of losses in the last 9 sessions. Rising bond yields pressuring stocks today as the 2-year Treasury yield approaches 5% and the 10-year Treasury yield rises back above, 4.6% right now. Now, the move comes after durable good orders rose more than expected in March. You've got the Fed decision a week from today. Investors will be eyeing closely tomorrow's GDP report as well as PCE. Remember, that is the Fed's key inflation gauge. That's out on Friday. So let's get right to the floor show. Joining me now is FM Investments President and CEO Alex Morris and Carnivore Trading CEO Dutch Masters. Gentlemen, thank you both for joining me today. Alex, I want to get your take. We've got all this key economic data out this week. Inflation is like the nagging ex that keeps coming back, trying to rekindle that relationship. You had Powell's victory lap in December. It's not aging well. So what are you expecting from Friday's PCE, and how do you think that's going to impact the Fed's rate cut picture?
Well, I like the analogy. Inflation is just that thing that we can't seem to kick. I do think the PCE measure is going to come in a little above what the Fed is expecting. But I think the Fed's response, assuming it isn't tremendously above expectation, is going to be the same. They're going to reiterate their data dependency. They're going to reiterate what Chair Powell had said last week, which is it might be premature to cut now, but we're staying on our course. And all of it really comes down to how does the Fed reestablish the credibility that it had? To your point, that comment aged poorly. How do they prevent themselves from making that same mistake twice in 6 months?
Yeah, the credibility point, I think, is a really good one. And of course, we are expecting them to remain unchanged for now come next week. I want to bring you in, Dutch, though, because I know you've got maybe a little bit more bullish take on rate cuts to come this year. I want to talk to you about UPS because I saw their earnings yesterday. I was listening to the call and immediately was struck by this soft demand for delivery. And normally they're a bellwether. So what do you think this tells you about where the Fed may go this year?
Kelly, that's the canary in the coal mine. You found it. It's UPS. When they come out and say that their business is soft, and it was soft, let me tell you, we're about to see some economic numbers that are going to allow the Fed, we think, to lower rates. Now, a week ago, I wouldn't have said that. A week ago, when we were on the show last time, we said that there's no way they're going to even cut rates this year. I don't think that happens at this meeting. I agree with Alex on that. I think they stay the course here, but I do think that pretty soon they're going to have plenty of data to go ahead and cut the rates. So we are getting long. We're not going crazy. We've been in a lot of cash, but now we're putting it all to work. And we want to be long, long, long when the Fed kind of surprises people and does their first rate cut.
So just to push you on that point a little bit, are you thinking summer? Are you thinking September? Because I know that they don't want to be seen as too political, but certainly Fed Chair Powell wants to keep his job for whoever is in the White House come January.
Yeah, I think they're going to do it before the election for sure. And I think the sooner the better so that they don't look bad that way. You're right.
Yeah. Well, Alex, regardless of when you think the rate cut is going to happen, we can't deny that there has been tons of volatility in the market. You can't rule out, of course, a massive geopolitical curveball, God forbid. So where are you putting your money right now to manage all of those competing dynamics?
We've stayed mostly on the short end of the curve. We still have some cash. We do like growth stocks, and I think Dutch and I agree there. If something were to go other than planned, it's a great place to be. We've also added some gold to the portfolio and to our view. It's that sort of, if we're wrong on everything else, gold seems to be the beneficiary historically. If we were more hip, we might think about Bitcoin, but we're just not that hip around here. So we've been sitting in gold. We've also liked a little bit of duration. I know that rates moving the way they are starts to worry people, but historically, being 3 to 6 months early on a duration call is the right place to be. Showing up on time, you get penalized pretty hard, pretty quick. So we're taking some of our proceeds and starting to extend out in that base case. Could be surprised by the Fed, though, in the next 6 months, and we'll react accordingly.
Well, don't sell yourself short, Alex. You're hip. Come on. You're on the Claman countdown. We're hip here. Dutch, real quick, I know you are loading up on one stock in particular that is all about drones and guns. What is it and why?
Well, AeroVironment, symbol is AVAV. It's our largest position, and we've been leveraging into it. It jumped from 125 to 182 on their last earnings. They're all about drones and robots with guns, and anything having to do with the Ukrainian and Israeli issues. I mean, we think they're a few months away from having earnings, but I got to tell you, we can't imagine a world in which they don't absolutely smash the numbers once again.
Yeah, well, with everything going on in the world right now, it's hard to see how they couldn't. That does seem like the one maybe recession-proof area of things right now. Alex Morris, Dutch Masters, thank you both so much for your time today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.